Hello everybody on YouTube, it's Xaldin here, the Magician Master 100, known as the Master of all Spellcasters. Today, I'm here to talk to you all about the Yu-Gi-Oh Banlist. So, without any further delays, let's talk about the Yu-Gi-Oh Banlist. Now, we only have 2 cards that have hit on the ban list. Well, not 2 cards exactly hit on the ban list, but 2 cards only banned. The first card that has gotten banned is Perform Pal Monkey Keyboard. A lot of players have been talking about this, and they said that this card definitely deserves to be hit on the ban list. I can somewhat see why, and it also feels like they're really hitting on the Perform Pals lately every time they put out the ban list. The next card is basically a lot of players have been going, huh, what, and why? The spell card Kaiser Coliseum has been hit on the ban list. Basically, it's banned. Yeah, okay. I will admit Kaiser Coliseum can be very effective if you're playing an anti-meta deck, and it can be somewhat annoying, but, well, here's the thing. Nobody bothers talking about it. I don't think players use it that often, and frankly, it hasn't been on a lot of top-tier tournaments. Not even in regionals, probably. So, I don't see the point of hitting Kaiser Coliseum, really. And now we're going to get to the limited. Now, excuse me for my mispronunciations of some of these cards. So, we have Seer, Male Branch of the Burning Abyss. Was semi-limited, but now it is limited. And the next card that has been hit on the ban list, Ether, the Heavenly Monarch. The next card has also been hit on the list, Cosmo Dark Destroyer. Okay, I can somewhat see why they would hit Dark Destroyer, because a lot of Cosmo players do a lot of combos with him, and of course, this is a really beefy monster that can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects, that can just be slapped on the board right there. Magispector Unicorn, cut in, is now limited. And Beatrice, Lady of the Ethereal. Now, me and my bro Christian Dragoon talked about this card the other night, about Beatrice being on the ban list, and same goes for Seer. Now, Seer may have somewhat hurt it a little bit, but however, not that badly, actually. And as for Beatrice, so if you put Beatrice at 1, it doesn't really hurt the Burning Abyss, believe it or not. Because there's one thing a lot of people have been talking about that the Burning Abyss still have. It's called 3 Dantes. They still have their 3 Dantes that can still be used. So even if you freaking limited 1 Beatrice, they're going to be like, oh, you limited my Beatrice. I still have my Dante. Did you forget about that part, Konami? I mean, were you even trying? Or do you just not care that we still have our 3 Dantes? I mean, okay, you may have limited my Beatrice, even though that Beatrice basically I think that what it does is it overlays on top of Dante. If I made a mistake right there, I'm terribly sorry about that, but still, they still have a Beatrice. And they still have 3, count them, 3 Dantes. Now, I can understand this part, and I am a little bit sad on this one, but Emergency Teleport is limited. It was semi-limited, but now it is limited. I can understand why it is limited, because also Cosmos as well. Basically, play Emergency Teleport, summon Farm Girl, and you probably get the picture right here. Now, the reason why I'm so sad about Emergency Teleport being hit on the list is because the fact that I was trying to see if I can still try to use my Spirit Beast, Ritual Beast monsters. I was just hoping to at least try to still make them good again, but however, I guess with Emergency Teleport now limited, now it's going to be a little bit tricky. And that I also picked up a second Emergency Teleport, so yeah. And oh boy, a lot of Monarch players have really now are somewhat upset about this, or probably salting about this. Pantheism of the Monarchs is now limited. And I can see why Konami limited it. You play it. You discard a Monarch spell and trap. Basically your trap card. Draw 2. Then you banish it. And after that, you have your opponent pick one of 3. I'm sure that's what it does. But anyway, one of 3 of Monarch spell and traps cards you want. And it's pretty Captain Obvious that you're obviously going to search for all 3 copies of the card, and your opponent's going to be like, really? It's that obvious of what I'm going to have to pick. I mean, you selected all 3 copies. So there's basically no point of me picking. So far, a lot of Monarchs players are going to be salting, and of course, either that or crying. And of course, Konami is going to be sitting in their money bath with a martini glass with your tears in it, and after that, drinking and counting their money in their money bath. And this card is definitely understandable why they hit this card. Pendulum Call is now limited. I can definitely see why they would hit this card. You basically search for 2 Pendulum Magicians, you put it on the Pendulum Scales, after that, they can't be destroyed by card effects. That was pretty much a good idea right there. So, yeah. Oh boy, another Monarch card has been hit. That's the 3rd one. The Monarch's Stormforth. If I remember correctly what it does, it's basically a quick play spell card that lets you tribute one of your opponent's monsters to summon one of your Monarchs. And that was another good idea because, say it was your opponent's turn, they normal summon a monster, then after that your opponent would be like, Stormforth, tribute that monster, I'm going to summon my big Caius, the Dark Monarch, and after that banish one of your shit. Nan and a boo-boo. So, yeah. Now we're getting to the semi-limited. The semi-limited cards are Max C, Thunder King Ryo, oh, frig. Yes, for those who are going to ask why I'm a little bit upset about that, is because frickin' Thunder King is one of the banes of my existence. I cannot stand Thunder King. He is annoying to me, and of course, he prevents me from adding my shit. Not to mention, well, I mean, there is some things I can do to get around him, but to me, he's annoying. Just to me, of course. The next card is Wind-Up Magician, which that really doesn't do much for the wind-ups, actually. It still doesn't make them good. I mean, just because you brought back one of their magicians doesn't mean they're going to be good again. I'm going to predict this in the next ban list. I'm going to predict that Wind-Up Magician is going to come off the list, and it will still won't do anything. It probably won't do a thing for the wind-ups. Now for off the list. Thousand Eyes Restrict, okay, because nobody bothered using it, and nobody probably gives 2 shits. Allure of Darkness, okay, that's pretty good. And Gold Sarcophagus, because nobody uses it either. Well, that oftenly, unless you were playing Dragon Rulers. So, all in all, this ban list was okay. It does have some issues. I can see why some people have some issues with it, especially the whole Dante still being at 3 with the Burning Abyss running around. That's why I'm considering it okay. So, tell me what you all think of this ban list in the comment section down below. Please comment, rate, subscribe, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr, and I will see you all in my next video. See ya!